Hey there, adventurers and accidental subscribers. Welcome to the first chaotic yet oddly charming episode of MotoMoku. I am Mir, your slightly oversized guide to a world where motorcycles meet an even more vintage soul, me. Oh, and that's Moku, my grumpy rescue cat who's already plotting an escape from this intro. I won't let that happen. Now look at Moku's face. I think he's saying, I'm judging your life decisions here. This channel would have experiences about Gen-X, empty nesters, midlife, love for bikes, and especially learning bikes at such a late age and learning to start from the beginning, especially in context of Dubai, and more importantly, for a middle-class person. Meet Moku first, our not-so-street smart rescue cat. Found him outside my house, probably dropped off by a breeder who gave up. The first time he went outside, I paid for it in wet wheels. This guy came back looking like he picked a fight with the entire neighborhood and lost. He was looking horrible. But here's the twist. Our daughter, who is allergic to cats, isn't allergic to this specific furball. Now Moku is basically running the household despite his obvious disdain of human and other cats' lives. And then we got Manchalee, our second character, my new BMW 1250 GS Adventure bike. How did I end up with this? Keep watching in upcoming episodes. I've ridden everything from street bikes to cruisers, but this piece, it's like trying to ride a sofa with wheels. Extremely comfy. Why would I get it? Size, comfort, resale value, or was it just a midlife panic purchase? Stay tuned to find out. Manchalee means someone who follows his own will. I think it's a Persian word but spaced in Urdu. I was inspired by a wide lens by a bra who named his motorcycle Rangili and has traveled thousands of miles across the world on Rangili and making vlog. So all credit to him for inspiring people like me with zero adventure spirit. Oh, in case you didn't notice, I am 55 years old. I'm a 5XL. I'm not exactly the outdoor adventure type anymore. But here I am, hopping back on a bike because, life's too short to stay on the couch. And look at us, how happy we were, sleeping, resting on our favorite couches. And then, I'm here to show that even if you are out of shape, out of breath, and out of your mind, you can still chase your passions and look ridiculous while doing it. Expect mishaps, awkward moments, and probably some life lessons I didn't sign up for. This channel isn't about motorcycles, it's about second chances, rediscovering passions, and having a moody cat judge you along the way. You'll see the bloopers as they happen because I'm just a guy figuring it out at 55. Is it too late? I don't know, but I would definitely like to find out. From thrilling rides to Moku being the chaotic force this channel is a mix of adrenaline, heart, and fur-covered chaos. Whether you are a Gen-Xer, a curious millennial, or a proud boomer, there's something here for everyone. Now let me mention what triggered this passion, at least in our introductory episode. Until late last year, I was an ordinary 55-year-old, 5XL, overweight, oversized, extremely lazy person, and this is how I spent my evening along with Moku. You can see both of us really enjoyed our life. Then my daughter turned 17 late last year. And start of the year, my nephew got a bike license in Abu Dhabi, and he started talking about his motorcycle adventures with my daughter. And suddenly she realized that in UAE you can actually start riding a bike 6 months before you can start riding a car. So being nasty millennial or Gen Z teenager, this was one way of torturing her parents. So she came up with the idea she wants to ride a bike now. She went to my wife, tried her level best to convince her to allow her to start pursuing a motorcycle license. She, like all mothers, obviously refused. As these kids do, they divide and rule their parents. So she end up getting angry with my wife, her mom, and came to me and said, look, She came to me and said, "You always said that you are going to treat me just like you treated our boys, her brothers. So I want to learn a bike." By his mom saying, "Oh no, girls don't do this, girls don't," typical Asian parents. So that sort of triggered me. I said, "Okay, let me try to talk to her." So I spoke to my wife. She says, "I don't feel this girl going to these random places, driving schools, learning from God knows who, whether they would be male, female, can they speak, communicate with her. She's a lazy Gen-Z, very demanding. So I don't know whether it's possible for her. I feel afraid she'll go there alone." That clicked something in my mind. So I said, "Wait, why don't I go with her? I used to ride a bike. I know what are the basics. I can actually keep an eye on her, and we'll get a chance to bond as well during this process." I used to see all these bikers on the road driving fancy Harleys and BMWs. So I always thought maybe it's too late, but I wish I had tried it. So this was one of the items in my bucket list. That bucket list, by the way, keeps on growing for Gen-Xers. We don't really do anything out of those things. Anyway, so I thought maybe I can revive that passion. Let me see, I might like it. So that's how I ended up getting a bike license, because I was just accompanying my daughter. After getting the license, she realized that it is fun, but not too safe as well. So after getting license, she suddenly switched. No, wait. I want to ride a car instead of a motorbike now. So here we are. Now she is pursuing a motor car license. I had to pay. So she didn't have any intention of buying a motorcycle, and I end up buying Manchalee. That's how life is. That's how Gen Xers behave. I think we are quite impulsive. I'm not sure whether Gen Z or millennials or boomers had this kind of impulse. If you are any of these, feel free to comment. If you have any of your own experiences, make a video, send it to me. I'll add it to one of my future vlogs. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Join me and Moku as we ride into the unknown and share in the hilarity, the mistakes, and the moments we all probably will regret later. The reason I mentioned my size a couple of times is not because I'm very proud of it, but it has some context to how oversized people have to do in life to do normal things a lot of you may not realize. When I realized this has a particular impact, as you will see in future episodes, on everything I have to do on the motorbike, from buying the appropriate gear. I couldn't get anything of my size, and it's very difficult to find from where can I get it. In this channel, we are going to learn from my mistakes. You don't have to repeat those mistakes. As you might have already guessed, I'm not an expert, and that's the charm. I will document the real-time bloopers and misadventures of getting back into hobby at 50 plus. My experiences are packed with honest reflections and learnings, perfect for those looking to avoid similar pitfalls. Superpower of Gen X is that we are not only afraid of our parents, but we are also afraid of kids. I don't think any other generation lives like this. This channel is not just like any other motorcycle channel. It's a heartfelt exploration of life's second wind, the joys of rekindling old passions, and the humorous realities of an oversized person living with a pet and exploring or rekindling a hobby after I have crossed 55.